Honorable Men Discord. Pastor Marvin Sapp says, I need that $40,000. Ushers, lock the door. Let's talk about it. So if you haven't heard by now, Pastor Marvin Sapp, the man behind the hit record Never Should Have Made It, recently spoke to his congregation, and he was adamant about receiving $40,000 from all the parishioners, all the members from the church, to the point where he asked the ushers to lock the door. Now, I'll be honest with you, Christianity has taken a lot of blows from different people. The respect for Christianity, I believe, in the public is not well respected. Well, I said the respect for Christianity. Christianity is not respected as a religion, in my opinion, by most people. It's not respected as a religion that is taken seriously. Now, by all means, this particular episode is lighthearted. I'm not trying to bash Christianity, because I myself consider myself as a Christian, although my lifestyle doesn't always show that to be true. But this is a lighthearted episode because, listen, Pastor Marvin Sapp put himself in this situation by saying this to the congregation. It was clearly recorded, and so people are having a field day with it. So I have a little bit of some people's reaction to it, and also some people who made comedy out of it, which is, to me, it's all fair, because at the end of the day, by him saying to lock the doors, you have to expect that people are going to react to it some kind of way. But anyway, for those of you that are unfamiliar with this whole situation, I'm going to let Pastor Marvin Sapp speak for himself. Let's get into it.
I said, close them doors. Ushers, close the doors. Close the doors. Close the doors. It's 1,000 that's watching online. This is a small seed. If I get 1,000 online to give this, if I get 1,000 in the sanctuary to give this, that's $40,000 tonight. Now, everyone up here, we've all sold and seeded, but I need everyone standing up here with us, with me, to plant a seed of $100. Because again, it costs to sit up here. And this is what I need you to do. If you're giving electronically, or even if you're giving tangibly.
It costs to sit up there. Let me let the pastor continue, because I can only imagine the response from this sermon from people that were actually there, as well as people online. And again, as you can see, I have quite a few things that are queued up to play, but I definitely couldn't get to a majority of it, because there's so much out there. There's so much content out there in response to what was said, that, you know, I just picked what I felt was entertaining and worthy of watching. So I'm gonna allow him to continue. Let's get into it.
I'm gonna have y'all come to the altar and give it, because I need to see 1,000 people moving. Bring them baskets. I want the baskets up here. I want to see the folk. Y'all start moving. Y'all can bring it right now. Come. 1,000 people need to give $20. 1,000 people need to give $20. 1,000 people online need to give $20. I said, close them doors.
All right. Moving right along. I didn't want to play that again. This is reaction to the pastor.
Marvin Sapp. See, it be preachers like you why people don't be want to come to church. You should not make anyone feel guilty about giving. What people do between they paying their tithe and their offering, that is between them and God. It ain't got nothing to do with you. And then for you to be talking about some lock some doors or close the doors, ain't nobody leaving. You is out of order. And then you up there.
In all seriousness, that was a bad call on the pastor, in my opinion, because again, it makes it seem as though, and this is the same thing similar to my video on there's a little bit of corn in all of us. When some pastors do things like this, because not all pastors do this, but when some pastors do things like this, especially pastors that are well recognized and have like mega churches, when they do things like this, it paints the picture for all Christians, all Christian churches, right? And we know that's not the case. But again, in the same, I guess, the same angle that I was trying to point out with there's a little bit of corn in all of us, that episode, if you haven't watched it, please watch it, is that the actions of some sometimes define the stereotypes and what many think of us as black people. In that same regard, that's what's going on with, the pastor doing this, Pastor Sapp doing this, but I'll let her continue.
You done gave a number, a goal of how much you trying to get, 40K. If everybody give this, we can reach this. So that means you had that number in mind before you even got to the house of the Lord. Yourself. You already had that in mind. You was already thinking about that the day before, probably days before. That is crazy. Then talking about we all gonna leave together. No, hell we not, because I'm finna leave now. I'm leaving now. And then talking about y'all ain't going no place but to the restaurant. You damn right.
Now, again, although I have some comical skits lined up to play for you all, it's not a funny matter because he pretty much held them hostage. And he didn't say, do your best. He demanded $20 from everyone. And then told the ushers to close the door. That's not a good look. It's really not. And it's forever cemented on YouTube and other platforms. So when you have non-believers wanting to poke fun at Christianity, they're going to forever go back to videos like this as fuel to poke fun at Christianity. So it's really not a laughing matter. But I do have a sense of humor, as many of you all have sense of humors also. So which is why, I'm choosing to also share some of the comedy that's out there. But it's in the grand scheme of things, he made a bad call in my opinion, and I stand on that. If you disagree, by all means, as always, I'll see you in the comments. But let's continue.
My $20 that you asking for, that you think I'm finna give you, that you finna force me to give to you. I'm finna go right to the restaurant with my $20. And then told the people on the stage they gonna give 100. You just count people on that stage, count people's pockets. Then he know how many people watching online talking about this is a small seed. I don't know what the hell you think is small.
Real quickly, I have to give credit to the woman that I'm playing right now. Her name is Ambrielle Nicole. Ambrielle_Nicole. I hope I pronounced that right. Show us some love. Let's continue.
40K. Ain't nothing small about 40K. All I could think about when I was watching it was his son never would have made it. Cause you and your ass, you never gonna make it out of this one right here. We finna ride you. Talking about he challenging everybody down here to give $20. You don't need to challenge me to do shit. Baby, the challenge was over when you told them to close these doors and keep us in here. Then they all sitting up there getting their wallets out and stuff to give what he done told them to give. Not what God put on their heart, but what he done told them to give. We is not paying your bills. We're not. I don't know what bill you got, that $40,000, but we ain't finna pay it. We're not. That ain't got nothing to do with us. We all got bills, okay? We all got bills, and times are hard for everybody. I want to open a pocketbook, or I wouldn't have pulled no lint out my damn pocket to give to him after the way he asked for it. Now, everybody going through it. We the people don't have it. We don't have 40K for you.
All right, moving along. So this is some of the comedy skits that I found. I just felt compelled to show it because we are creative out there in the world, and I like people's take on it, whether it be serious takes or with comedy. Here we go. And by the way, before I play this is Byron Bell Music at Byron Bell Music. Let's get into it.
There's 1,000 of you. I said close them doors. Ushers, close the doors. Close the doors. Close the doors. It's 1,000 that's watching online. This is a small seed. If I get 1,000 online to give this, if I get 1,000 in the sanctuary to give this, that's $40,000 tonight.
I like that one. His hands trembling, the sound man. Here's another one. More comedy. This is courtesy of Skinbone 4071. Skinbone 4071.
Let's do a challenge. Yeah. A challenge. It's 1,000 people right there on stream.
Yes, Pastor.
$20 a person. It's $20,000. That's it. $20 from each and every one of you. It's $20. But y'all can put y'all money down. Y'all up here with me. That's $100. I don't see y'all digging for it. It's 1,000 people in this audience. I need $20,000. $20 from each of you. No, don't leave. Ushers, close the doors. Close the doors. Close the doors. Yeah, you ain't know I had a YN right there. All I need is $20. Because at the end of the day, never would have made it without me. This is my church. So that's my $20. And from y'all, it's my $100. It costs to be the boss, and it costs to be up here. This is the VIP section. Fellas, go get the money, fellas. All I need is $20 from everybody. Get it around on that side. Nigga, get it around on that side. $20. All y'all doing is going to the restaurant. Italian beef dip, hot pepper. Y'all see that? How much we got?
18,000.
18,000? Who ain't getting money? Where's the offerings and tithes? Yeah. Let's do it.
All right. So moving right along. All right. So this, I found this and I just had to show this because, again, the images that we put out there. So with the pastor asking for $40,000, asking his ushers to close the door, that is going to eventually, if it hasn't already been used, for those that are either atheists, never were fans of Christianity in the first place, to grab that video and just dive into it and point out the fact that, look, this is what Christians do. This is what the Christian church does, which all churches do not do that. But this is the pastor again, Pastor Marvin Sapp. I chose to show this video because some of this theatrical stuff that some of these mega churches do, I'm not a fan of it. And stuff like this sometimes could deter people from even wanting to go to church or fellowshipping. So, but I'm going to play it anyway, just so you can see what I'm talking about. And by all means, if you disagree with me, let's talk about it in the comments.
The whole weight upon me. That means that you're going to trust that I'm going to hold you up in the midst of whatever you're facing in this season. The whole weight.
This is material for comics. This is something you'd see on like SNL or something like that. But let's continue. Oh, all right. So I just wanted to play this. This is from the Jennifer Hudson show. And I hope this doesn't get a copyright strike. But if it does, then I'm gonna have to edit this out of the video, unfortunately. But let's get into it. I just thought I like the energy of this. This is actually Pastor Sapp. Part of Jennifer Hudson's show is before you, I guess, go out to the stage. The cast does like a whole chant, and the guests that are on the show do like sort of like a Soul Train line, and the guests will dance. So let's get into this.
Never would have made it. Never would have made it. Never, 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 never. Murray said that the happy place, and he fought so long to stay. Murray said that the happy place, and he never wants to stay. Murray said that the happy place, and he never would make it. Oh, never, 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 never would make it. And he never would make it. Never, never, never,
I love my people. Now, that was from the Jennifer Hudson show. If for whatever reason you're watching this episode and you did not see that clip, it's because there was probably a copyright strike, so I had to remove it. And if you haven't seen Marvin Sapp do his walk-in for the Jennifer Hudson show, because I had to remove it out of this video, by all means look it up on YouTube. It's worth watching. It just has good energy. It's a good vibe. Take a look at it. But moving right along, here's somebody, a gentleman. This is Gospel Lives, at Gospel Lives, courtesy of Gospel Lives, I should say, speaking on Marvin Sapp and the video I played first. Let's get into it.
Marvin Sapp, I love you to death, brother. I truly do. But if I had been in that service and you told the ushers to close the doors and I couldn't leave unless I gave a tithe, you would have saw the worst in me and everyone else around. They would have heard a curse from me. Oh, can I get a witness in here? I would have lost my mind. My tithes never would have made it. Never would have made it. It never would have made it to that plate.
All right, so we know that brother just wanted to showcase his singing ability. He could sing. The guy could sing. So shout out to him. Shout out to that channel at Gospel Lives. And I think I have, yeah. Lastly, I'm going to exit this one out. Lastly, this is response to the Marvin Sapp video. Let's get into it.
Thoughts on Marvin Sapp? Tradition is the death of common sense, growth, and accountability. Always has been, always will be, especially when it comes to the Black church. It's not my business anymore, but yeah. Thoughts on...
All right, so she ended it on a serious note. And again, this episode was mainly just to put it out there. If any of you out there did not know about this video, that's why I decided to cover it. And of course, as always, you know, I like to get off of the daily incidences of street violence and gun violence. It's exhausting. But this, again, you know, unfortunately puts Christianity in a bad position or a bad lens, because those that already had their reservations about Christianity, when they see images like this from Pastor Sapp, they tend to be more skeptical of Christianity as a whole. And unfortunately, that's, you know, that particular clip that I showed at the beginning is not a true representation of Christianity as a whole. But that's my take on this. You know, I would love to hear responses from you all. who watch this video on what your thoughts are as far as the pastor's actions. I mean, I'm almost 100% sure that everyone's going to agree that him asking the ushers to close the door wasn't the right decision, and him throwing out a dollar amount without explaining what he needed the 40,000 for. There's a difference between if you speak to your congregation like, oh, we need to fix an annex in the church, or we need to we want to donate to a local community center, and we're gonna let's aim high, let's pledge $40,000, reach into your pockets and do the best you can, but that's not the way it was delivered. It was we're gonna do $40,000 pretty much and lock the doors. So again, I stand on what I said. It was a bad call by Pastor Sapp, but what's done is done, and I'll continue to follow and check out what people have to say about it, and hopefully the pastor speaks on it and clarifies why he was so determined to get $40,000, and hopefully that will, I guess, clean up what the damage that's been done by him doing this on camera. But that's my take on all of this. Again, this is just a lighthearted episode. I'm personally not any less of a believer because of this, but that's me. I can't speak for everyone else. But that's my take, and that's all I have for today. As always, I appreciate everyone for watching this video. Like, share, subscribe. And if you don't like, share, subscribe, I'm going to have to lock the doors. No, I'm just joking. Take care.